Is 97.7 ESPN The Zone. Joe Hunk, John Abraham, 256-576-4977. Welcome to the Blitz.
Hello and welcome in to another week of Sports Talk and so much reaction as we get into this very fun Monday here on the Blitz. John Abraham, Steve Moulton, not Joe Hunk because he was given a quest by a Gorlock or like a wizard or something like that. And
he's actually participating in a career day. Have you ever done that?
No. I have not. No.
You don't remember career day back in the day?
I mean, I remember going, but I was never like in Joe's position where he had to talk to the kids and all that stuff about his career, which is kind of unfortunate because I feel like I got a pretty good story I could tell them all.
Yeah.
But either way, we got some awesome stories to tell you guys as well, and a lot of reaction from you on top of it. 256-576-4977, the number to get into the show. And obviously, we love to talk about all of what the Iron Bowl could be, but I feel like, Steve, we got to talk a little bit about what we experienced this past weekend.
Okay, what did we experience this past weekend?
A lot of, I'll say this, all right? One half when it comes to the Alabama games. Alabama and Auburn, of course, they had their little matchups against FCS schools. One of them was not like the other. I'll say that much.
It's true.
All right.
It's true.
Alabama versus
I think
Eastern,
we're all going at the beginning of that Mercer game.
Alabama versus Eastern Illinois honestly should never have been played. This is not a game you should be scheduled.
Say Illinois.
I'm sorry. This is it's just how I pronounce it. I know that it's like, oh, you're just saying what you're seeing. But that's just always how I've said it. I don't know what it is.
I know there's an S at the end of that. I get it.
It's just Illinois.
It's
just Illinois.
It's just Illinois.
It slips out, and I always think like Illinois.
It's not Illinois.
I know it's not. I know. And all the people that come down from Illinois are probably just yelling at me as well. But regardless, we also got to see Auburn versus Mercer. And let me tell you this, all right? Mercer is a good FCS program. All right. They came into this game 9-1, and they challenged the Tigers against the team that was supposedly, one of the best defensive teams in all of the SEC. They were tied at one point. What was it, 17-17, and then Auburn started pulling away.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was 14-14, and then Auburn scored that next. It was 21-14, and then it was 21-17. Whatever. It shouldn't have been that point in the first place, but it was intriguing because we got to start out with an amazing run from Deuce Knight, who, let me just tell you, is a very talented kid. I'm very excited for him. And seeing the way that he runs that offense compared to what Jackson Arnold was doing with that offense, I'm wondering.
He's not playing this week.
I'm wondering. And no, I know he's not.
He's
not.
Playing.
How different the season would have been if you did throw out a true freshman quarterback and you did see how he could perform. Because on the other side of the wall was Mercer, and what they had was a kid from Rolesville, North Carolina, and Braden Atkinson, who is a 2-star freshman straight out of high school. And let me just tell you, he's had a pretty insane season. 34 touchdowns and 7 interceptions. He had 33 touchdowns and just 5 interceptions coming into this game. But he currently has 3,463 yards. And a lot of people are like, why are you talking about this kid? Those are impressive stats, but it's still a 2-star quarterback. He's not going to be at Mercer much longer. I think this is a quarterback that is built for FBS football, whether it's, a Big 12 team, whether it's an ACC team, or maybe even just the Sun Belt or, Conference USA squad. But this kid has got some talent. And no, he didn't look good against one of the better defenses in the SEC. But all around, he has had a very stellar season. This is where that transfer portal is very much needed. On the other end, you see a catch that Cam Coleman made in the corner of the end zone with his one hand and the kid right in front of his face. That's where the transfer portal gets a little bit egregious. And I don't know exactly how Auburn can keep that guy on the field with all of these other schools probably looking at him chomping at the bit saying, you know what, we'll throw you a few extra M's and maybe you'll come over to our school, we'll play a little bit of football and win some games. I don't know how they do it. Deuce Knight, he's a quarterback. Obviously you want a quarterback to win, but I think that a wide receiver, a complementary piece, is a little bit more difficult to keep on that team. And with the lack of production that Cam Coleman has had this season,
you gotta have somebody to throw it to him.
I think that somebody might be like, hey, you want more touches? You want to really be in that spotlight? You want to be with the names of the Jeremiah Smiths? Then you come on over here. I'm looking at you, Ohio State, already, and I'm thinking that, they could maybe utilize him a little bit better. But again, another year, we get to see maybe Deuce Knight develop a little bit more. But who's going to coach this team? A lot of people throwing out John Summerall. Who knows if
a lot of people.
That name is going to be dropped in the next few days. But it is going to be intriguing.
Remember, the goal for John Cohen is the day after the Iron Bowl. Mm-hmm. So, and I did text the Auburn athletic director, and hang on.
Of course you have his number. Just of course.
Well, he did reply to me.